Yo, Tiny Kingdom Cards back. Finally getting a new video out. Wanted to go over the cards we're about to submit to PSA. Go over time frame and cost, and also how we selected the cards to go to PSA. Really only try to get ones that we feel would be PSA 9 or better. Obviously, it's subjective to them, so not always going to be great. But we also wanted cards that would have a good resale value if they do get the 9 or 10. We've had a decent amount of success sending PSA. I think I've had 6 PSA orders. I have averaged probably 45 to 50% 10s. Probably 30% nines, and then I've had about 20% that came back 8s or lower, which most of those were older Jordan cards from collecting when I was a kid. But I have recently bought this tool off of Amazon. Basically saying anything that's 60, 40 or better, indicates a 9 or higher. And so you use this tool right here to center on the cards. And obviously that's not the only factor. Corners, edges, and the surface play a big part. But I think centering is the first thing people see. And so, if you have a card that looks well centered, you typically can sell it for a premium on eBay, or send it to grading services and come back with a PSA 9 or 10. So these are the cards. We had hundreds of cards that we looked at. I did want to go over something recently. I know in a previous video I told y'all that we, especially me, don't have a lot of patience, so I do open things off of camera a lot. And I recently went to, is that out of focus? It is? Why is it out of focus, I wonder? I don't know. I recently went to Target and picked up some Rookies and Stars, and just wanted to show you that these came out of blasters. I bought 4 blasters, ended up with a couple quarterbacks that are in here, and then I got these 2 cards. Were pretty awesome. The first one is this Thrillers Jaden Daniels Pandora, and it is numbered out of 135. These 2 were in the same box, so that's pretty crazy. That was the second best card. The best card was a card from the Super Bowl MVP, and I didn't even know you could get autographs. This came out of a blaster box, numbered to 20, Jalen Hurts auto. It looks great. I'm not a big Jalen Hurts fan. I actually kind of hate the Eagles. So I've already listed this card, but it looks like it's probably a 10. Everything on the card looked great. The auto looks good and is completely on the sticker. I was just shocked that this quality of a card came out of a blaster. But anyway, with that being said, I want to get into the cards that we did end up grading, or that we're going to grade, and kind of where we feel. Obviously, we feel all these will end up with a 9 or better, and after we submit them, I will, once we get them back, I'll do a second video to show you what the grades ended up being. But first off is a Keon Coleman Orange Disco, Cooper DeJean Orange Disco, Bucky Irving Orange Disco. All 3 of those look like 10s to me. This, I'm fairly confident is going to get a 10. This is a Jared Verse white mosaic, number 2 of 25. Everything on it looked flawless when we opened it. So pretty excited about that. Defensive Rookie of the Year. And then we have a Ricky Pearsall purple auto. Auto looks pretty clean. Maybe down in that corner right now. Everything on the autograph looks good. Card looks well centered for the in focus, and it's numbered out of 49. So those are the first five that we're looking at, and then these kind of will go from worst to best, I guess. Not necessarily the first couple, but definitely the last couple will be the best cards that we're submitting. We got this Lad McConkey orange disco, a tricolor patty, die cut, Penix introduction silver, the Penix Gridiron Kings, really well centered, obviously using that tool. This one was 50-50, looked great. Penix Green Ice Fireworks, a Bo Nix Green Ice Prismatic. It's funny, in all the boxes, I'm actually a huge Denver Broncos fan, and out of all the boxes we've opened, which we didn't get any hobby except for the mosaic, but all these blasters and mega boxes that we've opened, Bo Nix has been the least pulled quarterback. We've pulled tons of Michael Penix. I think obviously it must be a regional thing, but we're pretty close to Atlanta. So, but Bo Nix played at Auburn, and his parents still live here. So you'd think his cards would be pulled frequently here, but not the case for us. Got a Caleb Williams. This is another one I pulled out of those Rookies and Stars recently. This card looks really well centered. Think that's probably a 10. Drake May. This was a 60-40, so it maybe end up being a 9, but it's a great card. JJ McCarthy, yellow reactive for Mosaic, looks like a 10. And I don't know, what are y'all's thoughts? I really don't like the sideways cards. I've never liked them, and I've never graded one. This will be my first one to grade, just because I don't like it. If it gets a 10, I'm gonna sell it immediately. But what are y'all's thoughts? Do y'all like these horizontal cards, or are y'all more the traditional vertical? We got another green wave this time on the prismatic JJ. This JJ looked really good. I think it was 55-45 or maybe 50-50. Top to bottom was good too. Sorry for the scratches, are all from the cases. They're not new top loaders. So, but that one looked really good. Jaden Daniels base. Any Jaden that looks well centered, I'm gonna get graded. The corners on this look good. Not the most valuable card, but he was my guy. He won me my fantasy football championship this year, and I'm gonna ride with him until he proves me otherwise. Got a Keon Coleman checkerboard. Looks really good. He was the best rookie that I pulled on the checkerboard box. I got this Green Ice Prism Malik Neighbors, which is a really pretty card. I would love to get a couple of the quarterbacks in this parallel, but they're so hard to pull. I think you only get one true Green Ice per box of the retail. So 96 cards, you get one rookie. Well, actually, it's not even a rookie. You just get one true Green Ice. And so you can imagine how hard that is to hit in the 400 card set. Then we got a Justin Herbert checkerboard, which, hopefully he'll have a bounce back year. Harbaugh, obviously is a great coach, and I'm not a huge Chargers fan, being a Broncos fan, but I do like him. I like Herbert. I think he's got potential to be a great quarterback for the next 5 to 10 years. So as we progress, get down to some of our nicer pulls and cards that are probably worth a little bit more, especially if they come back in a 10, is this silver Penix. Looks flawless to me. Surface is great. We've got 2 of the orange discos. One of them looked like it's probably a 9. This one right here, to me, looked like a 10. Centering was really good, top to bottom and left to right. This one right here, I think, was a little off. Trying to see, a little off top to bottom maybe. We got a Drake May. Pulled this on Whatnot. It's slightly off left to right, like 55-45, but beautiful card, numbered to 49, numbered 199, 54-199. It'll be interesting to see if he stays the starter or if Joe Milton from Tennessee ends up taking over for him. But he played well. They just didn't have a great season last year, and with a new head coach, he may go a different direction. So hopefully this gets a 10. I can get it sold before next season. It's a really pretty card. Almost a color match. He was at UNC. That's more of a Duke color, but nice card. This is a card I pulled out of our Mosaic first off the line box. The only hobby box that we bought this year of the football. This card looked perfect, 6 out of 13. I actually had sold this on eBay for $56 or $55. Guy never paid, and so now I'm gonna send it in to get graded. I think Braylon Allen should have. He had injuries this past year. Breece Hall hadn't really lived up to the hype. He's had injuries as well. I think Braylon Allen will be the guy next year, as long as he stays healthy. And so this could be a really good card for him. J.J. McCarthy, orange disco, looks really good. This Caleb Williams I actually bought off eBay. I thought the centering looked perfect, and I wasn't wrong. I mean, it's slightly top to bottom. It's like less than 55-45. It's closer to 50-50, but it looked great, and I love these. This is probably my favorite parallel, is that green Pulsar. I love that. Got a silver variation, Caleb Williams. And then we get into my guy, Jaden Daniels. Pulled this out of my son actually pulled this. I think we've already gone over this. He pulled this out of a Donruss Blaster. We got these 2 right here, the 2 orange discos. I've actually bought this one off of eBay recently. Thought the centering looked really good. And I do like this pink. The only issue is there is a tiny dot. You can't really see it here, but on the surface. So probably a 9, but still pretty card. Then this is the one my son also pulled. This one out of a Donruss Blaster from Walgreens. Really pretty, well centered. Love the hollow look. And then the last card we'll be sending to PSA was from the same Walgreens Blasters, and it was the Michael Penix Downtown, which honestly I think centering is going to be probably get us a 9. Everything else on the card looked great, but I think down at the bottom you can tell it's off center a little bit, so they might ding us there and give us a 9. On the back looks great centering wise, so maybe we get lucky and get a 10 there, but maybe not. A 9 would still be worth grading. So I think raw these are selling for $600, $630, something like that, and a PSA 9 selling for about $715, $730. So anyway, all that being said, those are our best pulls, and happy to share them with you. Love to hear y'all's comments on which one y'all like the best, and what y'all think any of these grades might end up being if you watch till the end. I appreciate it. Appreciate your time. Always hit that like button if you enjoy the content. Hit the subscribe button. We're still planning to give away a Prism Blaster if we end up, not if, but when we get to 100 subscribers. And yeah, I may end up throwing in a card or two once we get to 50 subscribers. So just keep that in mind, and like, sub, and comment. Tiny Kingdom Cards out.